5 signs that you chose the wrong coaching niche. Nothing is more frustrating than being a great coach, knowing that you can help your clients get great results, but then not attracting the leads and the clients that you want to. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 signs. And if you stay until the very end, I'm going to give you a simple hack that you'll know exactly what the best niche is for you within 10 seconds or less. So let's dive in. What's the first sign that you chose the wrong coaching niche? The first sign is that they can't pay you. Now, I know this could be confronting and kind of offensive, but the reality is your prospects either need to have the resources to afford your coaching or they need to become resourceful. It's critical that they either have the cash to work with you or they're motivated to find a way. I don't necessarily believe that every single person needs to have the resources, because when I first hired my first business coach, I didn't have the resources. Back 10 years ago, I had just lost my sole source of income. I got laid off from my job. I remember I was sleeping on this half-inflated air mattress on the floor of an empty apartment, and I ended up meeting a coach who cost $20,000 to work with. After losing my sole source of income, it wasn't easy for me to come up with that cash, but I was motivated. I was resourceful, and so I ended up borrowing money from family. I took on credit card debt. I did everything that I could to work with this person. That's the kind of client that you want, is someone who has the resources or is motivated and resourceful enough to work with you. So really ask yourself, are you offering your product and service to the right niche so that they're motivated enough to do the work required to afford your coaching? That's sign number 1. Sign number 2 is they seem invisible. You see, labels are really important when it comes to marketing. And if your niche doesn't have a clear title that they self-identify with, then you could struggle in marketing and getting clients online. Here's an example. For us, it's easy to market because I target coaches, right? In Fearless Coach Academy, we help aspiring coaches launch and scale their coaching business to 6 figures and beyond. I can write an ad, I can put a post out there or a video that speaks to coaches or consultants. That's a title, it's a label that they self-identify with. Maybe you work with chiropractors or dentists or stay-at-home moms or executives or entrepreneurs or business owners. Notice each of those are labels, titles that your ideal clients, when they see your message, they know you're speaking to them. But if instead you help everyone because you're a life coach or a transformation coach with everything because you've been trained well, then how in the world is your message going to cut through the noise online with all of the other coaches out there? It's not. And so think about a Venn diagram. Think about 2 circles crossing each other in the center. You want to be hyper specific on one of those circles, either who you are targeting or what problem you're solving. So if you're a little bit broad on the who, meaning that you could help, anyone, stay-at-home moms, executives, business owners, then you want to be specific on the what you solve. Maybe you help them release anxiety, or you help them ignite the romance in their love relationship, or you help them forgive people that have wronged them, or you help them, invest better or make more money, right? You're not specific on the who, but now you're specific on the what. And so just be very careful to choose a niche that has a clear target and a label so that your message can cut through the noise. The worst thing is feeling like the world's best kept secret when you know you can help your clients, but you're invisible to them and they're invisible to you. The third sign that you chose the wrong coaching niche is that they don't have a painful enough problem to do something about it. If you're coaching people on things that aren't really meaningful to them, then they're not going to invest the time and the energy and the money to work with you, right? If you are teaching people how to, purchase chopsticks at a discount, then that's not a real valuable service, right? Chopsticks are usually free or don't cost much money. But if instead you're helping somebody with a real painful problem, now you're going to find that your niche is a lot more motivated to work with you. Because why? You've heard me say this before in previous videos. As humans, we are wired to avoid pain more than we are to experience pleasure. So if you can connect your coaching and your products and your services to solving a painful problem, then your lead generation is going to be better, your client conversion is going to be better. But if you haven't pinpointed that problem, or if you have, but the problem isn't painful enough, then there's not going to be enough value for them to actually pull out their credit card and make the investment to work with you. So that's the third sign. The fourth sign that you chose the wrong coaching niche is that they aren't actively seeking a solution. It's really hard to create demand for something that doesn't exist. It can be done, but it requires a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of money in terms of marketing resources to build demand for something that doesn't exist. It's a lot easier if you find the demand that's already out there and then you use your skills to channel that demand into your product and your service. That's the distinction. Because if you have to convince somebody to want what you have, oh man, that's an uphill battle, right? That means that you chose the wrong niche. You have a niche that doesn't really have the motivation to seek a solution. It's a lot easier if there's people already online and offline that are actively seeking the solutions for you, what you do, and then all you need to do is get you in front of them, your message in front of them. That's the difference. So make sure that they're actively seeking a solution and ask yourself these questions. Can they pay me? Are they visible? Do they have a painful problem I can solve? And are they actively seeking a solution? Now here's the fifth biggest sign, and this is really the most important at the end of the day. The fifth sign why you may have chosen the wrong coaching niche is because notice the previous four were about them. This one's about you. You haven't faced or solved similar problems yourself. And this is foundational, right? If you're going to offer a certain promise to your clients, then it's critical that you have solved that problem or accomplished that goal yourself first. Because if you haven't, then you're selling something that you haven't done yourself. And over time, people are going to know that. And quickly, it's going to erode your confidence. Because who do you think you are? And I've spoke this to myself when I first started, if I haven't gotten the result that I'm promising my clients. And I'll give you a perfect story from my life. When I first launched my coaching business, I focused on the area of health and peak performance because that was an area that I had a level of mastery and transformation in. And my very first business coach thought that I would be more successful financially if I pivoted from the health and the peak performance coaching to business coaching, specifically helping coaches earn their first $1,000 as a coach. And we created a whole brand around it. It was called Earn 1K Coaching. And that was the promise. I was going to teach you how to earn your first $1,000. Very simple promise. It wasn't hypey. It was just simple. But the problem was I had not got my first client yet. I hadn't earned my first $1,000 yet. And so I felt like a fraud. He gave me great strategies and great tactics for marketing and sales, but there was a piece of my integrity that was ripped out of my heart. Like it just felt wrong. And so no matter what I did, I wasn't successful for that. Unfortunately, I only did that for a couple months to realize, wow, this is not aligned with my values here. And I went back to an area that I had mastery with. Now today, it may be wondering, why am I speaking to coaches and helping them grow their business? Because I've been doing this for 10 years and I got great results and I've helped thousands of clients do the same thing. So the idea here is to make sure that you have solved the problem and accomplished the promise that you're providing your clients. Because if not, then that means that you chose the wrong niche. You've got to choose a niche of somebody that you can really help. And here's what I promised. If you stay until the end, I said, what's the one hack that you can follow to discover whether or not you have the right niche? Here's the fastest way to choose the right niche. The fastest way to choose the right niche for your coaching is to think about a younger version of you. Not in age, but in life experience. Because if you are 1, 2, or 3 steps ahead of somebody, then you have specialized knowledge that you can help them. And so I'm not helping coaches go from 8 figures, from $10 million to 9 figures, $100 million, because I haven't done that myself yet. And so even though that could be an attractive promise, I would feel like a fraud. Now, I am helping coaches go from 0 to their first 6 figures and 6 figures to 7 figures because I've done that myself. We've done that in Fearless Coach Academy ourselves, and we've helped a lot of others do it. So that's a real key hack and a quick way to figure out who your niche is what painful problem in your life did you solve? And then you've got to, unpack, does this person have the resources, or are they resourceful? Are they visible? All those things. So let me just recap real quick. The 5 signs that you chose the wrong niche is: number 1, they can't pay you. Number 2, they seem invisible. Number 3, they don't have a painful problem. Number 4, they aren't actively seeking a solution. So you have to create demand for something that doesn't exist. And number 5, you haven't faced or solved similar problems yourself. Now, if you want my direct feedback on whether or not you've got a clear niche and a clear problem that you're solving, go ahead and comment below and let me know who your coaching niche is and what problem you help them solve. And it just done is better than perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of put out there what feels good to you, and then I'll give you feedback, ask some questions, and make sure that you get some specialized value from this video. As always, if you found this video to be useful, then I invite you to like the video so that other people can see it, and make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you never miss a future video. And now that you know the 5 signs of whether or not you chose the right coaching niche, I want you to watch my next video, which is how to actually choose a profitable coaching niche. We basically defined whether or not you had the wrong niche, but if you want to know how to have the right niche, then make sure to check out this video up here next. My name is Peter Scott, reminding you to be here, act now, and fear less. I'll see you soon.